Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Denis. Denis is from Russia, but he lives in California in the USA. So let's see what Denis has to say. Enjoy the interview. Oh, hello, Denis. How are you?
Doing well, thank you, my friend.
So tell me, how's your day going so far?
Working at some recent changes. Well, I have a son just born months ago, so
Oh,
that's like,
really? Congratulations.
thank you. Well, that's a bit of adjustments to life schedule, but it's okay. Yeah, it's a acceptable challenge.
Oh my God, your first son?
Yes, first son, yes.
So tell me, in 1 month, like he was born 1 month ago. So tell me so far, what's the best part of being a dad?
Well, it's it's an ultimate mission, I think, of any human being, to raise a child. So, well, right now it's more of taking care of him, trying to figure out his language, his crying language. But it's way to go, because it's you made it like through first weeks, first months, but fourth trimester, this first 12 weeks. But then they getting more and more fun, so I'm looking forward to it. But he's a sweetheart. It's heart melting experience. He's
Oh,
such a
wow.
pure soul. So he's a good boy. He's a good boy so far. He's have a fair amount of crying, and just staring more and more. So
Amazing. Very good. And tell me, where are you from, Dennis?
well, originally I'm from Russia. Saint Petersburg. That was my last place. But I moved to California in 2017, working at Orange Kettlebell Club. So yeah, time flies.
Wow. And why the change from Russia to California?
Well, there's several reasons to that. One is this, I think it's one of the most amazing places in the world from many angles, just inspiration point. It's just such wonderland and, beautiful land, great people, and very well advanced community. I feel very serious and in a good way competition. I made lots of improvement. Business wise and as a coach being here. And well, also idea of promoting and spreading a word of kettlebell sport. I feel like I can really make the difference. And well, online, of course, latest technologies get very advanced. And here we go with you. Even you see you in London. I'm in California, so far away, but having a great quality conversation. But still, at least on some occasion, it's great to have in-person contact. If you're trying to really figure out something. And of course, that's the best when you have a kind of a study resource right by your side. Yeah, I believe I'm on the second professional kettlebell sport athlete, who's in United States. Valery Fedorenko was the very first one, like a professional world champion kettlebell sport lifter, and he moved in the United States, I believe in 90s. And here we go. He was the one who introduced kettlebell sport to United States. Our organization, he's called a World Kettlebell Club, I believe. He brought the sport-shaped kettlebell to United States, and it's expanded the popularity of the sport. And Valery, he's a generation of my coach.
I see.
Valery, he's from Kazakhstan originally, and his teammate Arkady Semyonov actually was one of my coaches and one of my teammates, and then Sergey Rachinsky was my main coach. But yeah, that's I would say it's kind of two generations. older than me, and I think that's well, lots of things changed. You know, Valery was winning in 90s, I was winning in 2010s. Well, yeah, 2000s, 2010s, and methodology changed a lot, results changed a lot. So I think it was a really good refreshment. So I think it will do for, you know, maybe another 10 years or so, and then maybe some fresh blood, you know, some great athlete will come, you know, to give another support. So yeah, that's the goal, to just make kettlebell sport stronger and more international and advanced, you know, from yeah, on the world level.
Amazing. Okay, so through the journey, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your career as a coach, as a sportsman, and also about your joys in life. Okay?
Let's do it.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Full of random fun questions. I'm just going to play a song now just for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay? Let's do it. Okay, so before we start the game, Denis, if you have, it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about some reason you don't want to answer, always can change, okay? First question for you is, what have you learned during the lockdown, the first lockdown that we had in 2020, when the world went upside down? Tell me what's the most positive thing that you've learned during that time?
I got really busy with my job. Well, being international coach and ambassador, I was using the online resources from very beginning. I started teaching 2010, and well, it was least popular, you know, and of course, you know, people prefer to do in person, whatever it's one-on-one sessions or courses rather than online. And pandemic was unfortunate event by all means, but on a good side, it motivates us to learn and make effort to figure out Zoom, you know, and maybe improve our devices, cameras, you know, I don't know, headphones. So we all increase dramatically the quality of our online conversations, and I've benefited from it a lot. And it's of course, you're missing the fun part, the energy exchange with your students or with your friends, but it's super efficient time-wise. And I mean, I still miss it, and actually planning to get back on the road. Well, at some degree, just again to just, you know, be able to hug guys and shake their hands. But for example, if I teach a seminar in person in Manila, so that's about a 1 week business of teaching like 16 hours course, because it's a long flight, and then the jet lag, you know, you're arriving evening, so it's no use of this day, so you do starting next day, and so far and so forth. Online, set up the alarm 30 minutes, you know, before the course. I make 2 steps, I turn the camera on. Here you go, I'm teaching. Breaks also very efficient. Like, let's say you're teaching 8 hours course, and you should have a lunch break. And again, here you just pause the camera, kitchen is right there. I can have my coffee, breakfast, and 30 minutes I'm here, you know, I manage my meal, and we're still on schedule. So it's like really, really time efficient. And actually the quality of a contact also great, because it motivates me to set up the PDF presentations for my classes, because for in-person event, it mostly was kind of just improvising, you know, not all of the gyms had like a video devices. So you're basically just drawing on the board kind of basic things, and mostly just speaking. But with the Zoom, I said, well, if that's a camera, so why not, you know, making beautiful, colorful presentations. And actually, that was all these presentations I made for my courses was inspiration for update of my training methodology book. I've published just a couple months ago, and it's coming soon. My second book of a lifting technique. So I was doing just lots of writing, lots of working during pandemic. So yeah, I'm grateful to it for that.
Yeah, I think the after during the lockdown, I think people, they find, like in different areas, they find a way to to work. They find a way to carry on with their journey, with their work, with their arts. I think nowadays a different story. I think people, they got used to it as well. I think they make easier in a way as well. For example, you were saying that your kitchen is just next to you. You can do a lot of things all in one place. So that's I believe as well that a lot of people, they benefit from that challenging time. That's what I believe.
World never be the same again, huh?
Yeah, that's what people say.
Because right now we have opportunity again for all in-person events, but we've already learned this efficient part. So
Absolutely.
it's not 100% like it was before. So I mean, now the part of our online is still solid, still decent. Yeah, I can see that. I saw that maybe pandemic all over and everything again we're rolled back where it was before. Nope, it's
People
still
got
kind
to,
of in. Yeah.
yeah, we got used to it. So yeah. Next question. Let's do it. Hey, Denis from Russia. Next question is, if I would ask your best friend right now to define yourself in a positive word and a negative word, what your best friend would say?
Best positive, best negative. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, the best thing is to ask actually a friend to answer this question. It's hard to say, to really think what even it's a friend will say. But well, that's a good question. Well, I don't know. The good thing. Well, I do not leave my friends behind, in any situation. I stand for my friends, for in any circumstances. Bad things. Well, I don't know. The first thing came to my mind is some being a professional athlete, maybe some degree or level of selfishness. Cannot be a successful athlete without it. If training must be done, it will be done. All the parties will be cancelled. If workout is on the way. So it's all other things. So when you're at the top, your trainings is your first priority and your results.
And your best friends, they live in Russia or they are in different parts of the world?
I would say in different parts of the world. Yeah, I'm lucky to have a really great people around me, and yeah, it's well, I don't know. Somehow from the very beginning, I feel very attracted to explore the world and really kind of, I'm trying to see no borders, and do not separate, communities or people by countries or something. I mean, I know from where the guys are, but it's just well, it's maybe magic of English language also. I sometimes I forget that, or Rodrigo, he's from Chile, or Paolo, he's from Philippines, or John from Finn State. They're just my friends, and we're just having a great time, and I really enjoying.
Okay, amazing. All right, next one. Let's do it. Denis, before the next question, tell me what's the best part of being a sports person, athlete, a professional athlete. What's the best part of it, and what do you find most challenging?
Well, you feel great. You're in the best shape. It's amazing feeling, when you feel that you're in your best physically, when you just crisp, you just almost like a supercar, you're shifting these gears, and well, you don't feel like that like all the time, absolutely, and you must let it go, like it's periodization of sport, like every like 3 months. But I enjoy the most the moment you're getting closer to competitions. You just so sharp. That's amazing. Yeah, that's a really great feeling.
Okay. Yeah. And what's the most challenging part in your opinion?
well, it's this feeling of being in great shape. It's so rewarding that it's really feel everything worth it what you do to be there. But well, it's a sort of a challenge that you don't have a chance to skip your workout. You just must be very consistent and dedicated. As I said, that might be considered also as maybe a negative part, because, well, basically everything else besides your training kind of second priority. Even, at some point it might be a family or your kids or your friends. You just needs to be in the gym and do your thing, do your workout, do your very best, and once you did it, you wipe out. Even you back home, you kind of not really there because you just smoked after workout. So, well, that's definitely a sacrifice, when you're making a choice being a professional athlete. So you have period of time when you're all for yourself,
I see. Okay. Next question, Nice. Tell us a funny story or a moment that happened to you when you were a child at school.
Funny moment when I'm a child at school.
Funny or any memory that comes to your mind.
Well, probably the funny story that I actually often remind myself, it just was a really funny dialogue, in my opinion. It was another day in school, and you go through several subjects during the day, and like previous subject was a history class, and I did really well there, and I get like excellent mark, and my teacher wrote me like, this excellent mark and comment like, well done, out a boy, excellent. And then next class was how to say it in English, it's not like a carpentry, it's more like a class separately for boys and for girls, where girls kind of having a classes how to cook, how to sew, and for guys was more like how to do a carpentry, like handyman kind of stuff, more like a practical classes. And we, I believe, had like too much fun there or something, like made a bit of a mess. And so the teacher put me like at the worst mark, and what he said that in my notebook, he said, "Auto boy." And like this, what's A, B, C, D, like, well, in Russia, that's a number. So like 5, that's an excellent mark. And 2, that's like the worst, didn't pass. So he put 2, auto boy. So yeah, that was very funny. That was very funny. Because he saw like above this excellent mark. So he just keep the spirit, but put absolutely opposite kind of mark to me.
Tell me something about Pittsburgh and Russia. Tell me something interesting about the city. What's the best part of living there? When you think about Pittsburgh, where you come from, what's the best parts of living there?
Yeah, that's Saint Petersburg.
Oh, sorry, Pittsburgh. Sorry,
Pittsburgh. Petersburg. Yeah, it's a Peter. It was a saint priest. Well, it's amazing city, and that's my advice for recommendation for anyone who's never ever been in Russia and wants to explore this country. I think Saint Pete, that's the right city to start with. Well, I'm sure guys from Moscow, will be against this opinion. They will say, no, you must go to Moscow first. But St. Petersburg is really a city of parks and palaces. It was the capital of Russia through this emperor times, and the most famous things about Russia regarding culture or like literature or art, Pushkin, Dostoevsky, they also were in St. Petersburg, strolling the cities, and this old downtown is still same buildings. The apartments of these writers are still there as the museums, and it's really amazing kind of art energy, and it's still considered as the art capital of a country. Still lots of musicians and artists and painters are finding the inspiration there. And horrible weather, just absolutely just unimaginably bad, like rains and clouds most of the time. But amazing city. Yeah, yeah.
And how far Petersburg is from Moscow?
Not too far. It's about 600 kilometers. So in miles, it will be about 400 miles west. Yeah, so it's by the Finland Bay. It's very close to Finland, very close to Estonia, and very close to Europe.
I see. Okay. Ready for another question?
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. Next one. Next question for you is, what does your best friend, what does your best friend do that comforts you the most?
Well, they believe in me. That's what comforts me the most. You know, it's eventually, even if you do a sport or probably anything ambitious you do, it became a mental fight. You know, it's your fears, your doubts against your confidence, and so often you feel like all what you need is just support and cheer up, and just someone believing in you. You feel like it's much easier to go to do whatever you're doing. And in kettlebell sport, we have, well, our competition format is to do 10 minutes of lifting non-stop. And that's pretty long time when you're carrying bells in your hands and your chest. You know, it may be a short time when you're watching a movie, but when you're under double 32 kilogram bells, there's a lot of time to think about, 10 minutes. And through this 10 minutes, that's the best for me if I have friends around, cheering for me and, wishing me do well. Yeah.
And do you see yourself living in California for a long period?
Well, it's 7th year, from 2017. So it's 2023 now, 7 years.
But you see yourself living for a long time, more time, a lot longer?
Oh, yes. I feel like I belong here. Yeah, that's the place. Yes, I'm very happy here, for sure.
Amazing. Okay, I have 3 questions left for you. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Next question is, what is your spirit animal?
I would say it's probably a shark. It will be a shark. I'm very fascinated and amazed by these unique animals, and it's me being an athlete, that you're achieving something every day. You're doing battle with yourself, with kettlebells, and you need to be brave for that. You need to be fearless for that. Even you're scared, you still need to keep going for it. And I don't know, seeing this, great white sharks, especially, it's, it's very inspiring. You feel like, I want to behave like this, looks like this when I'm lifting bells. I want to be that badass, fish, apex, predator. So it's very, very inspiring. Yeah. Well, I also think, ultimate predator. Yep.
Very good. Very good. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Before the next question, tell me through your career, tell me a moment or experience that you had that you're never gonna forget, always gonna have a special place in your heart. Anything.
Well, that will be probably two moments. It was a World Championship 2013. It was a 2-man in Russia, and that was the very first time when I hit 90 reps of long cycle 32. Well, that was a huge milestone, and I was working on it by that time for several years. For probably 3 years, I was trying to hit it, and kind of always was short. a couple reps, and then it was November, but a few months earlier on October, athlete from Italy, Matteo Amodio, he hit 90 reps in my weight class, but kind of in a lower level competition. It was like a European Cup, and there was no doping control, so it kind of considered, kind of not official result, but it was official enough for me. I saw him lifting. I was a translator on this competition, so I wasn't competing, but I saw how solid was his reps, and I saw, okay, that's a serious opponent right here, and I better be ready. And so I was really putting myself together for this November World Championship. I was expecting Matteo to come, and he didn't. But anyways, I feel like I need to respond something. If who's the best, kettlebell lifter in this weight class, and so I went for it, and I remember telling myself, or I will do like this 9 repetitions a minute, or I will die, but it's nothing in between. That's it. That's the moment. I cannot do any slower than that. And I just went for it as like a final battle, not expecting to get back home. And I'm lifting, and I remember that it's kind of halfway, and the announcer on microphone, he speaks, introducing athletes who's lifting, And I remember hearing him saying, platform number 3, Denis Vasilev from Saint Petersburg. He turns 30 years old this year. It was 2013. And I remember me lifting and saying, holy, I'm 30 years old. That's quite a lot. And now, keep going. And like my daughter was born in that year, 2013. So was lots of things going on. My father passed away just a few months ago before, was a serious year. And yeah, I remember like it was 9 minutes, 1 minute to go, and I was 81 rep, and I feel like, okay, I gotcha. I'm on pace 9, I was going for it, so I hit 90 reps exactly with even few spare seconds left, and kind of I get the official world record. So that was a quite amazing, experience, the moment of truth. It's like you can do it or not. Yeah, that was the one. Well, the second one, when I hit my absolute record of 102 reps, it was in Canada, 2015. So yeah, that was amazing day too. Interesting that about it is that it's supposed to be just a 5 minutes exhibition, but it was the first time when I just was able to speak to my intuition. It's like from that moment I start to listen my intuition more. Not just the rules, whatever was planned, but it just sometimes you just have a stance for it. And I just somehow just felt like that's the day, I just, even it was like a really long flight to Canada, was no sleep, but just spirit level was so great. And I just feel like I told myself that I will start the set, kind of my goal pace of this 10 reps a minute, and I will do to 5 minutes. And if everything will feel as it always feels good, I will just keep going. And I made it to 5. It's great. And I made 6 and 7 and 8, and so, okay, I'm doing this. And it was just by the book, my best performance ever, 9 minutes of 10 reps, and last minute 1,202 reps. It was awesome. Yeah, it was great.
Amazing, my goodness. There are a lot of stories to tell for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Next question for you is, if you could be any age, what age would you choose and why?
Well, 40 years old and 4 days. My birthday was 4 days ago.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Wow.
I know life is great, and there was lots of great moments in life, but no, I don't want it to happen. The thing is good just once at its moment. You have your fun in your 20s, but life goes on, and I'm enjoying my 40 years old, and I'm looking forward for whatever ahead of me.
Amazing. Yeah, I think living the life, the age we are, it's a beauty, isn't it? Like it feels great when you live the age that you are feeling, the age that you are at the moment. I think every age there is a beauty behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. it's important to not wait
Yeah,
for something to happen, or do not wait to live your life. You should live it like it's your last day, every day. And once you're doing that, well, you have no regrets, and you're in peace with yourself.
absolutely. Good. Ready for the last one?
Let's do it.
Last question. Let's do it. But before the last question, people watch the interview right now. Maybe they would like to start a career, in sports, any kind of, any direction in sports. Yeah. What would be your best piece of advice for those people?
Well, once my coach told me this, that if you want to succeed in sport, just, make a reservation or claim next 5 years of your life for this thing only. That's it. Make it your priority number one for 5 years at least. So that's the time you will need to strike and achieve your success. And well, from there you will see, what next thing you will do. But that's at least time you need to make a big progress. So make it your priority number one for 5 years, and the other things will sort out. Once it's priority number one, you will figure out, okay, if that's my priority of number one, if that's the main thing I do in my life, so what should be done to really make it work? And you will naturally think about, okay, the training methodology and the coach and the lifestyle and the diet. All of the tools that needs to be sorted out to achieve your success. Even myself, I moved to another city. That's as much effort you need to do, because kettlebell sport, even it's kind of individual performance, it's a team sport, and it's important to be in the champion community. So in the city where I was grow up, Kaliningrad, I had one amazing teammate, but still it was only singular person. And I knew that Saint Petersburg, that's the mecca of kettlebell sport. If like Venice Beach, California, that's a mecca of bodybuilding. And actually that's what Arnold did. He moved to California because he wants to be a best bodybuilder, and that's where the best bodybuilders were. So he left behind everything and he moved there. And pretty much, that was my choice also, that I knew that St. Petersburg, that's a, most amazing, unique team of kettlebell lifters. And I just, wants to be like them. So I just moved to the next, to other city, and it's all work out well.
Yeah, absolutely. Last question is, what is your favorite guilty pleasure TV show?
Well, I enjoy Game of Thrones a lot, It's I was quite behind. I watched it my very first time, I think just a year ago, when everyone was already like way past it. I wasn't watching it when it was hot, because I was doing something else, was doing lifting. But yeah, it was a really good one.
Okay. It's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words. Just tell me one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay? So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game. One word for family.
Love.
Money.
A lot.
one word for love.
Trust.
Life.
Happiness.
Sex.
Trust.
Politics.
Honesty.
Okay. Religion.
Faith.
One word for fear.
Bravery.
Yeah. Friendship.
Trust.
Desire.
Passion.
Regret.
Well, if we will count, no regrets.
Success.
Never stop. Sorry, there's two words, but
It's okay. Wish.
a capability.
Okay. Happiness.
Don't look back.
Amazing. One word for Petersburg.
Poetry.
One word for Russia.
Motherland.
Okay. One word for California.
Soul.
Wow. And the last one now. Sport person. One word.
Oh. Beast.
Very strong beast. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet, I believe you have a wife, yeah? You are married, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So let's pretend now I'm going to meet your wife for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her wife, what is the most beautiful thing about Denis, and what's something that he still needs to work on, to improve on? What should say?
Trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
His work schedule. I'm too busy. I mean, I'm doing my best, but can do better.
I see. Do you see some work in progress regarding that?
Yes. Well, it's not horrible by all means, but I'm perfectionist, and
I see. Right, let's play now Denis and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, Denis, you can ask me a question now.
Well, I'm really curious. What's your favorite London dish?
Wow, interesting. London, it's a place where you can find all of cuisines around the world. There are restaurants from each country you can imagine. Like if I walk down the
like
street,
like a local, most
yeah.
like English,
Yeah.
English one.
Yeah, I'll get there. And but when I think about like a food like British, like like food, it's impossible not to think about fish and chips. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's
Okay.
very traditional. When friends can come to visit, to visit London, I take them to eat some fish and chips because you need to try at least once. It's very simple. Literally, it's fish, with some chips and some beans as well, green beans or mashed green beans. So yeah, that's my favorite. Once in a while, I eat fish and chips for sure.
Awesome. Okay.
Have been in London before, by the way.
Yes. Well, not as the main destination, but on the way, I have a friend of mine in Darlington, Stu Gordon, and I teach several courses there. And I was arriving to London, and we just had sightseeing a couple times. And he took me for fish and cheese, but not in London, but in Darlington, I believe. Or actually, I believe we drove somewhere to the sea, like to some town by the sea, and that was great.
Amazing.
That was great. Yeah, definitely miss that. Awesome.
Did you like the interview, Denis?
Yes, I like it a lot. Actually, I was about to tell that it's probably one of my best and interesting interviews I ever got. You was really creative. It's I like it a lot. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time. As I know you are very busy and you took the time for the interview today, so I really appreciate that. Thanks so much. And before you go, if you can share a positive message, anything that you live by. Well,
have no doubts. keep moving forward. Whatever you do, it's better to try and fail than not to try. It's scary, but that's what's cool about it. You have a good laugh about it. When you'll succeed. Well, if you not succeed, just get up and try again.
Totally.
That's the most fun you can get from life, the trying things. So that's my main advice. Just do what you do, with
Keep
no
going.
fear.
Yeah, keep going, never stop. Thanks so much. Regards to your family, and congratulations again for your new son. Yeah, and we keep in touch. It was a pleasure. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Touch. Okay, thanks so much again.
Awesome.
It was a pleasure. Okay, bye bye.
Pleasure. Goodbye, my
Take
friend.
care. Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.